What's up, you guys? It's Steve here with your stimulus check update, and we've got a lot to get caught up on. As you guys know, I was out of town this week taking a look at some real estate, and I got some good news. I'm under contract on 2 properties. I'm going to be buying a duplex and a house, but I'll keep you guys up to date on that in separate videos. In today's video, I want to get you caught up as to everything that's unfolded this week regarding stimulus checks. Now, if you're one of the people on SSI, SSDI, veterans, railroad benefits, or you're just still waiting for that third $1,400 stimulus check, be sure to check out this video right here where I covered the latest update regarding the new waves that are going to be hitting people's bank accounts. Now, in today's video though, as I mentioned, we're going to be discussing the 4th stimulus check and what we're hearing as articles came out this week like this. Take a look. Tlaib and APPAREL unveil bill to provide $2,000 monthly payments to everyone. And once again, this just came out this week. Here's another one. Push for monthly $2,000 stimulus checks until the end of the pandemic gains momentum after Rashida Tlaib's proposal dated March 25th, 2021. And here's another one that came out. Rashida Tlaib calls for $2,000 checks for all Americans and non-citizens funded by U.S. Mint. And what we're hearing is that Democrats are saying they would support this. They'll get behind this. And if that's the case, they'll likely pass it in the Build Back Better plan, the next stimulus package, as the 4th stimulus check. And if that's the case, it's going to need to pass through the process of budget reconciliation once again, as no Republicans are likely going to be supporting this. And if that happens, as you guys know, we know the time frame for when these checks will likely start rolling out. If you'd like to get information about when checks will arrive, the 4th checks, if they pass in this bill, be sure to check out this video right here where I cover all the details for you. But in this video today, I'm going to get you caught up on the latest as to what's unfolded regarding the 4 stimulus checks and all the details that have come out this week. So we're going to dive right in and get you caught up as of today, March 26, 2021. But before we do, if you could do me a quick favor, it'll just take a second. If you like and appreciate these video updates, why don't you go ahead and take a second to smash the like button, leave a comment, and share these videos out on social media platforms. It helps out the channel. Thank you so much. And if this is your first time here and you're not already part of the viewing community, the RAM fam, I like to call it, and you'd like to join to stay up to date on stimulus checks, unemployment, Congress, the economy, anything having to do with investing or money, take a second to smash the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, follow me on Instagram at SteveRam3, consider joining the Patreon group to get exclusive access to me and these articles before they hit YouTube, and always remember that here on YouTube, whenever I respond to comments, you're always going to see a gray stripe on the name, and if you don't see that, even if it looks like me, it's not me, because unfortunately right now there's a lot of scammers posing as me, then trying to steal your information. And I'm not here to steal your information, I'm here to get you the latest information. So with that being said, let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and dive right in. I'm gonna get you caught up on the latest regarding the new 4th round of stimulus checks and what is currently being proposed. Alright, you guys, so link in the description below to this article that just came out this week if you'd like to follow along with me. And it says, Rashida Tlaib calls for $2,000 checks for all Americans and non-citizens funded by U.S. Mint. Now, this article says that legislation reintroduced by Democratic Representative Rashida Tlaib of Michigan would provide a $2,000 payment to every American as a relief measure. Now, she said, in the last year of this global pandemic, we have seen corporations and CEOs reap the benefits of payouts and soaring profits, while everyday workers, low-income people, and families across the country have been left to scrape by without any reoccurring, aggressive, or inclusive financial assistance from our federal government. Now, she is announcing the Automatic Boost to Communities Act, or the ABC Act. Now, this is something that was introduced last year, and they are now reintroducing this, which is going to be providing monthly stimulus checks. It says, if the ABC Act were passed, the Treasury Department would cut every American a $2,000 check, then followed by monthly UBI, or Universal Basic Income payments, of $1,000 for 1 year after the end of the pandemic. And just to clarify, that means everyone would get a $2,000 check, then after that, every single month, you'd receive a $1,000 stimulus check, and then once the pandemic was officially over, you'd still receive $1,000 every single month 1 year after that. So that is currently what's proposed in the ABC Act. The lawmakers argue that unlike a tax cut, the ABC Act puts real money into the pockets of all Americans. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Now, if you're wondering, so how much is this going to cost and how are we going to be paying for this? Well, as you guys know, with the proposed Build Back Better plan that President Joe Biden and Congress are working on right now, he said it's very likely that taxation will be on the way. However, this proposal for the next round of checks proposes a different way of covering the debt. Take a look at this. It says, the proposal calls for the U.S. Mint to create two $1 trillion coins, which would be purchased by the Federal Reserve and then moved into the U.S. Treasury to cover the payments, the Detroit Free Press reported. More coins may be minted if necessary. So they're talking about minting $1 trillion coins to back this that will then be purchased and then used for the distribution to cover these checks. It says, our legislation acknowledges that a one-time survival check isn't enough to get people through this crisis. Instead, we send out reoccurring checks every month during the crisis and for a year after it ends. That is money in people's pockets and certainly in their lives, Jayapal said in a Tuesday announcement. Now here's a look at a tweet that came out from Rashida Tlaib that said, Jayapal and I have reintroduced the ABC Act. It would provide a $2,000 payment to every person in America as critical relief during this pandemic crisis, followed by a $1,000 reoccurring monthly payment through 1 year after the end of the crisis. And right here you can see the graphic that's provided for the ABC Act. Now, if you're wondering, how is all of this stimulus going to be impacting inflation? Well, you're not alone. There's a lot of members of Congress concerned right now that if we create all of these new stimulus checks and money and we flood it into the economy, we're going to be devaluing the dollar, and as a result, we're going to be seeing the prices of goods increasing quite a bit. Well, here's what the article had to say. It says, but as with any major spending plan, critics have raised concerns that cutting more government checks will lead to a spike in inflation. Vox reported that the combination of government-funded payouts and economic recovery funding could cause prices to surpass the true value of goods. The most significant risk we face is a workforce that is scarred by a long period of unemployment. People being out of work, not able to find jobs, can have a permanent effect on their well-being. I think that's the most significant risk, said Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen in an interview with ABC. Is there a risk of inflation, she said. I think there's a small risk, and I think it's manageable. So what they're saying is, they know that there's a potential for inflation to hit, but they're saying they feel like addressing the unemployment issue during the pandemic is more important than the potential inflation that could be down the road. And it says, consistently low inflation rates have made it more difficult for economic experts to estimate what will happen when the economy bounces back after the pandemic, according to Vox. Some experts have warned that streaming cash into the economy may cause prices and wages to increase, weakening the country as the economy bounces back. So what they're saying is the concern is after everything gets back to normal, after the pandemic passes, and then the floodgates open and everybody is ready to spend this money and it starts circulating at a faster rate, that then prices will begin to increase pretty quickly. That's what economists are concerned might possibly happen. So once again, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. But in response to inflation concerns, here's what Rashida Tlaib had to say. And she pretty much cited Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell when he was speaking to the Senate last month, and he said this. He said, inflation is not a problem to fear amid federal relief spending. Powell said that a burst of government spending that doesn't last for multiple years likely won't change long-term inflation patterns. So what they're saying is they think that as long as this is temporary and this is not a sustained burst to the economy, that it shouldn't impact us drastically regarding inflation. But once again, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Now, in another article that came out this week, link in the description below, they actually interviewed Americans on the street getting their opinions about monthly stimulus checks, and there were actually several that opposed the idea. Take a look at this. The article says, on the opposing side of the fence, however, others insisted that blindly spending monthly amounts of up to $2,000 was a wasteful use of resources as the country attempts to pick itself back up from the pandemic. Here's somebody that says, I'm a Michigan native. They had the pandemic, and they're saying that this ABC plan is unwise, frivolous spending. Here's another one that says, no one will want to go to work while getting this free money that we as a country don't have. Total insanity. But Jayapal, meanwhile, tweeted that she believes that the ABC Act would provide Americans with not only immediate relief, but also stability, certainty, and predictability during this crisis. Once again, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Now, as more information rolls out on these monthly stimulus checks and the possibility of them being included in the next Build Back Better stimulus package, I'll be sure to keep you up to date here on the channel. And also, we have more information regarding SSI, SSDI veterans and railroads and those waiting for the third stimulus check and the new waves that are going to be coming out. I'm going to be releasing some new video updates for you guys here on the channel. Also, some updates regarding unemployment and more news that's rolling out. I'll keep you guys up to date. And also, if you didn't see my side hustle video, be sure to check it out right here where I cover the #1 top trending side hustle right now and how actually I have years of experiencing it and I didn't know it, but I was ahead of my time. So if you guys want to check out that video, be sure to do so as well right there. But you guys, if you made it this far and you haven't already, be sure to smash that like button, hit the subscribe button if you're not already part of the viewing community. Follow me on Instagram at SteveRam3. And you guys, I hope that this reaches you well. I hope you have a blessed Friday. I'll keep you up to date here on the channel. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.